The air was still, suffocatingly stagnant, as I found myself stranded in the desolate expanse of the middle of nowhere. The vast, barren landscape stretched out in all directions, devoid of any signs of life. It felt as if time itself had ceased to exist in this forsaken place. As night descended, a sinister chill slithered down my spine. The silence was broken only by the sound of my own heartbeat, thumping in my chest like a drum of impending doom. A heavy sense of unease settled over me, as though an unseen presence lurked in the shadows, watching my every move. With each passing moment, the feeling of being watched intensified. It was as if invisible eyes were boring into my soul, probing my thoughts and intentions. Paranoia crept into my thoughts, fueling a primal instinct to run, to escape this haunting entity that haunted my every step. I tried to rationalize the sensation, attributing it to the isolation and the mind's desperate attempt to find patterns in the void. But reason faltered in the face of the overwhelming fear that consumed me. I couldn't shake the feeling that something malevolent was stalking me, biding its time before striking. Night after night, as I lay in my makeshift shelter, the darkness became my greatest enemy. Every rustle of leaves, every distant howl of wind sent shivers down my spine. Sleep became a mere illusion, my mind plagued by haunting visions and restless nightmares. During the day I scoured the barren landscape for any signs of civilization or hope, but the land seemed cursed, refusing to offer any solace or escape. It was as if the very earth had conspired against me, trapping me in this nightmarish purgatory. As the days turned into weeks, my mind began to fray at the edges. I caught fleeting glimpses of movement out of the corner of my eye, but whenever I turned to confront it, there was nothing but the empty, desolate landscape. It was a maddening game, a twisted dance with an entity that reveled in tormenting my fragile sanity. Desperation took hold, and I screamed into the void, challenging this unseen stalker to reveal itself. But the only response was the hollow echo of my own voice, swallowed by the vast emptiness around me. It seemed that my tormentor delighted in my anguish, silently reveling in my growing fear. I contemplated surrendering to the madness, to succumb to the belief that I was forever trapped in this spectral prison. But a flicker of defiance remained within me, a refusal to be consumed by the darkness that surrounded me. One moonless night, as I huddled beneath the stars, I felt a presence draw near. The air grew thick with a palpable malevolence, an energy that sent waves of terror crashing through my body. And then, it revealed itself. Emerging from the shadows, an ethereal figure materialized before me. Its eyes glowed with a malevolent intensity, piercing into my very soul. It wore a tattered cloak that billowed in an unfelt wind, its features distorted and twisted. In that chilling moment, I realized that I had not been stalked by a mere presence, but by a vengeful spirit, trapped in this desolate realm. Its anger radiated, its tortured soul seeking retribution for some unfathomable injustice. With trembling voice, I pleaded for mercy, for release from this torturous existence. The spirit regarded me with cold indifference, as if my suffering brought it solace. But as quickly as it had appeared, it dissipated into the night, leaving me shaken and questioning my very existence. Days turned into months, and eventually I found myself rescued from the unforgiving landscape that had become my prison. The memories of that haunting presence still lingered, a reminder of the terror that had consumed me. Now, safe within the embrace of civilization, I recount my tale as a warning to those who venture into the unknown. For in the darkest corners of this world, beyond the boundaries of comprehension, malevolent forces lie in wait, watching, stalking, and forever haunting those who dare to trespass.